Hey guys, this is Neeman for LeapPlanet.net, and here's my new Nintendo DSi. There you go. Got the box there. I don't know why people get so excited about boxes on the internet. I don't really, but I suppose it's just to enjoy the opening of the console before you can open it yourself. Something like that. As you can see, it's pretty much as you see on the images online. I suppose really no major differences. Nothing there aren't any big surprises or any shocks. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the console on the outside. Talk about the material, the look, and then we'll move on to the software itself, and maybe a quick run through of the Nintendo DS Shop channel, because that's really all you need to know. All the photo stuff and the sound stuff has been done to death on the net. So you can wiggle people's faces. You know that, and you don't need to see it again. So let's open it up. Now, first impressions for me were that the screens are large. Basically, you see the images and they don't look that much larger than those on the Lite. But when you actually get this in real life, they do look a lot bigger. It's one of those things. In about a week, they won't seem big at all, and the DS Lite ones will probably seem really small. But at the moment, I'm still kind of getting used to the size of the screens. I mean, they're not massive or anything, but they're certainly an improvement. And I think for the touchscreen, that's going to be really important. I notice a lot of people are saying that they don't give a damn about the screens, but I know it's not going to improve things visually much. But if you've got a bigger touchscreen, then that's a bigger area to use your stylus with. So I think that'll improve controls in games a lot. The finish is, how would you describe it? It's a bit like chalk, to be honest. It's a matte finish, obviously, on both the white and the DS, and it's and the white and the black. But it's not like the matte that you got in the old Game Boy Advance, which is SP, which I have here somewhere. But it's kind of different. It's more of there's a real textury feeling to it. It almost feels like you could sort of rub it away if you were to hold it for long enough. But it is nice. I like it, and it does feel comfortable. Now, one thing I would say is that on the black it's fine, but I've seen the white model in real life as well. They had a demo model in the shops, and whilst it looks okay, I think that the white doesn't look as good as the black in the flesh. In the gleaming Nintendo ads, it looks great, when everyone's wearing white and they're on white sofas and everything, but in real life, the white's just a bit dull because it's a matte finish, whereas on the DS Lite it was glossy and it looked shiny. With the DSi, I don't think it's as good. The other thing is that this new texture, that's quite materially, it's got quite a feel to it. I think that if you get the white, you could find that your DS gets very, very grubby, before too long. I think that on the black, if there's dirt showing, getting into the material, it's not going to show up. But I think that a lot of the people who buy the white are going to find that their finger marks are on it, after maybe a few months' use. So that's just something I would say. I think that if you're going to get this, get it in a color or get it in the black. I'm not so sure about the white, And it's not that I don't like white. I bought the light in white when I got that originally. So it is just, I think that the material doesn't really suit the white in terms of color. The buttons are lovely. We're back to the old clicky buttons from the original DS, which for me is a big deal because I didn't really like the sort of pushy soft buttons on the DS Lite. Now I'm used to them at this point because I got my DS Lite when it launched in Japan, so I've been using it for a couple of years at this stage. So these feel weird now, but they do feel better. And I think that whilst a lot of games just use the touchscreen, anything that really uses buttons will be really improved on the DSi because sorry, my voice. Just because the pushiness on the DS Lite was really, I don't know. If you wanted to move, let's say, diagonally in a game, it was really hard because there was no definite click and there was no definite point at which you'd be pressing both buttons. Whereas on this, you hit them both, you can feel them both depress and click, and it's a lot better. Other than that, really, there's not too much to the new physical body. It is a bit thinner. You can probably, I'll show you now, it's probably best seen like this. You might be able to notice that it is a little thinner. Obviously that's because they've got rid of the the GBA slot, which means that they have a lot more space to play with. I think as well though that the matte finish means that they don't have that, you know, that glossy layer on the outside of the DS Lite. The kind of, I mean, it was only a millimeter or two, but it was this little sort of transparent layer on the outside. That's not there obviously as well. So the actual amount of plastic that's outside the machine is probably a little bit less too. That's pretty much it for the bodywork, I think. I don't think there's really anything else to say, so we're going to move on to looking at the software for the next video.